Carl and Damon here from Brrraains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's they made what into a TV series. Look, we could not do Viva Pinata Season 2 on its own again, so we've decided to alternate week by week and dropped in a new show to cover. We're going to be doing this every 2 weeks alongside Viva Pinata Season 2. Yep. You've seen the title. We're looking at Final Fantasy Unlimited, the anime television series based off, in case you don't know, Square Enix's Final Fantasy role-playing video game franchise. Have you heard of Final Fantasy? Chances are you have. Even if you've never played a single game of theirs, you know Final Fantasy. It's had, I mean, it's beyond games, it's media.
Yeah.
Films, you name it, comic books, anime, TV series, you name it. There's so much of it out there. There's such a wealth of content to be covered. We've done a few things Final Fantasy related in that they made what into a movie series. I think we've done The Spirits Within and Advent Children complete. They're the two we've done. But this is the first time we're looking at any of the TV series. We chose this one pretty much at random, and because it was available as well on YouTube, which made it easy for us to find. It ran from the 2nd of October 2001 to the 26th of March 2002. So, not even a year. No, that's the series incorporates both 2D animation and 3D graphics. Did you notice the 3D graphics? They tend to be in the summon sections and stuff like that. And here and there, they are there.
That makes sense, yeah.
It also takes elements from pretty much all the Final Fantasy games up to this point. There are a number of different elements.
Yeah, don't do what I did. Well, for some mad reason, I thought this was like solely based around 7, 8, and 9. I don't know why I thought that. But as I said to you off camera, I saw a Chocobo, so I thought, oh, okay. Because I've never played 1 to 5, so my knowledge of Chocobos was from 7. So
you missed out on some good Final Fantasy games. I think it's Final Fantasy 6.
Played 6,
you played 6?
Yeah, 1 to 5.
You played 6. 6 is brilliant. 6 is brilliant, man. Okay, directed by Mario Maedea of Gonzo, produced by TV Tokyo's Kazuki Iwata and Square Enix's Kensuke Tanaka. Square Enix game designer Akitoshi Kwazu served as base concept planning and was intended to be director for the planned video game series that's supposed to come with this as well. Didn't happen. The music was composed by Nobuo Uematsu, Shiroa Hamaguchi, and Akifumi Tada. I apologise for butchering these names, folks. I'm never good at pronunciations. Due to a combination of low ratings and the financial failure of Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, so that fucking film affected this show. Its failure affected this show.
Wow. The
anime series' planned 52-episode run was cut to 25. Leaving the story unfinished.
Wow.
So it's one of these. We're not going to get to see the ending. However, the continuation of the story has been released in a variety of other media, including printed and web novel series, manga, radio dramas, and video games. So, I will ensure that when we get to the end of this, we will do a separate video where we hunt down, hopefully, what completes the story.
Just writing it, yeah.
And either read it and whatever, and then discuss it. So we at least finish the overarching story. It is the story of I and Yu Hayakawa, 12-year-old twins who travel into Wonderland, in a mysterious parallel dimension in search of their missing parents. That is the overarching story.
I tell you how stupid I was.
Go on.
When I first heard Wonderland, do you know what I instantly thought? I thought Gold Saucer from the Sun.
Oh.
I thought.
That's what you thought?
Yeah, I thought I'd recently completed number 7, so I had number 7 on the brain. And I'm going into this. I honestly thought, we're doing that, are we?
If I hear Wonderland, I think of one thing and one thing only: Alice.
Yeah.
Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
That's immediately what I thought, you know? Didn't even... Insane, you're insane, man.
No.
So this is episode 1. Wonderland Journey into Darkness. Now, I'm going to give you a warning. As always with this series, we are going to talk it through based off notes I've written as I watched it. This is wacky. This is unusual. And I've actually found it hard to follow along with, particularly at first, because obviously I'm trying to learn names and new characters and all and that. I do hope it will get better and easier as it goes on, but my God, this was baffling to me. I wrote things that later get clarified. I had to go back and rewrite them because I didn't fully understand what it meant.
I mean, music-wise, love the music and all the sounds. They get everything spot on. Obviously, the fact that they got Squaresoft people. I love that. But
Squaresoft, Square Enix. Hasn't Squaresoft in a very long time.
So Square Enix. Yeah, but I mean, the music. The Chocobo sound, everyone was spot on.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna speak. So far, what we've seen up to this point, I'm enjoying it. There are issues.
Yeah, of course.
Now we should say that we are watching an English dub of this, and some of those voices are really bad.
Yep.
Really poorly reading them. You know, I'm not going to lie right now. And I do wonder if it might be better in Japanese and reading it, but you know, I've got to write notes at the same time, so I kind of need to be hearing them.
I normally do prefer. I mean, things like Battle Royale, I watch in Japanese. Squid Game, I watch in Japanese because the dubbed version.
I didn't know there were dubbed versions of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I've never seen Battle Royale, for example.
Squid Game covered by the
I've not seen Squid Game.
The American or American people. It's terrible.
Well, yeah, but I understand why people, because some people not only that struggle.
Some people can't watch and read at the same time.
Yeah, struggle or like you know what I mean, like dyslexia, bad eyesight, all these things. So like, I have no problem with it at all. You know. Okay, let's begin. Yeah. We begin as a fisherman's radio starts to crackle and a beam of light goes upwards from the sea in the distance. We then cut to a lab where a bunch of scientists are freaking out by the readings. Across the land, people are stopping and staring at the light. And I was like, okay, this is cool. This is an interesting start. What?
So I thought.
What did you think?
I thought, this is holy. I thought this is holy coming out to hit a meteor. That's why I thought we were starting.
Wow.
Yeah, I was way off.
Just a bit. The phenomenon's power increases as part of it seems to splinter, and from it comes a giant beastie. The arriving military attempt to attack it, but its power is immense and it destroys the ships and helicopters easily. Is going on.
Yeah.
I couldn't work out at first if these were summons. I realised they are effectively, or like aeons or that kind of thing. Whatever variations Final Fantasy uses these creatures.
See, because I was so stuck with the 537 in my head, I thought this was Ruby weapon because it was red. So I thought, is that Ruby? But obviously,
I think it's just a random. You know, I mean, it's not random. They've got names, but whether you know,
a summon or a.
So going forward, thank God you're going to be out of this mindset. Then.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Well, then we get the opening credits and intro song. It's fine. It's catchy.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? It's fucking Japanese.
Yeah.
It was so Japanese. I was like, nah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it made me laugh. Like, it's so J-pop, Korean pop, J-pop, that kind of thing. But it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. We now see a being of light who welcomes us to the light of Wonderland. I remember writing my notes going, right, I'm not going to be able to do this.
Yeah,
I remember I'm texting you going, this is too much work. Because there's such random words.
Yep.
She calls herself Fabula, voiced in Japanese by Kyuki Inoue and in English by Claire Hamilton. She says that 12 years ago, a pillar of darkness first appeared. And I was like, oh, wait, so it's not a pillar of light.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, that's where I immediately got things wrong.
Yep.
And now a new journey / wandering is about to begin. We zoom out to see that she's in some sort of clamshell. And I just wrote, what's going on?
I know, just so random.
I was like, what is going on? Why is she in a clamshell? In a lively city, we meet two young children named Hakio Momomi, Japanese voice actor, and Jessica Schwartz as the English voice actor. Yuka Iami, and voiced by Evan Slack. They're the voices that I have problems with.
Yeah.
Some of the line reading is really bad.
It is bad, yeah.
They're planning to find a way into Wonderland to find their missing parents. Waiting in a decrepit subway, they are amazed to see the stories of a ghost train is true. It stops, and they get aboard, believing this will take them to Wonderland. I have no idea what is going on.
Yeah, just so I was watching this while playing the game. Because I wasn't paying attention, but then
pay attention, please. Then maybe you wouldn't think it was Final Fantasy VII.
No, but even till this train part, again, I was thinking this has got similarities. You know, they're getting on the train. You know, Cloud got on the train. You know,
they always got a train on Final Fantasy VIII.
I was grasping at every little thing, and I thought there were similarities, but then obviously it goes.
All Final Fantasy games up to this point. So Final Fantasy VII had been released.
I
Final Fantasy VIII had been released. 9 had been released. Had 10 been released? Might have been.
Probably, but.
On the train, I'm just moving on. On the train, Ai is scared and you calms her, pointing out that parents took this train. And there's another person on the train, though. This is Lisa, Pacifist. I hate that name. I was like, why are you giving her a name like Pacifist? That's terrible.
Yeah.
Voiced by Koyuki Hikami, with Sean Sides doing the voice. English. Ai doesn't trust the woman, but Yu is polite and tells Lisa that her father wrote about a connection between the Pillar of Darkness and Wonderland, and that is why they are there. Lisa recognises the book and who their parents are. Ai continues by explaining how they got on the train and introductions are made. Lisa plays it coy as to why she's on the train and Ai gets angry. I do like that Ai doesn't really trust, doesn't trust her.
She's right.
Yeah. Before going any further though, the train journey changes and they wake up on a spiral staircase with some very trippy visuals. Get used to that again.
Yep.
They wonder if it's Wonderland and Lisa suggests they climb as she can see an exit. I don't mind this. I like the idea of, all right, you can do anything you want here. Make it anything you want. Arriving outside, they see a city, but Lisa thinks the sun is weird. As they look around, they quickly find out that it's not a normal city. Strange creatures, weird buildings, and it is massive. What do you make of the visuals up to this point?
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, it looks a bit dated. Watching kind of like, we're not watching HD either, like it's ripped on YouTube,
Yeah. I mean, what was the year? 2000?
And one, wasn't it? 2001, 2002, yeah.
Yeah. So
and in 2001 and 2002.
For that time, it's good.
I agree. Yu runs into a chocobo and befriends it with some food, but I ends up getting her hair pulled and the chocobo runs off. You get that manga, so we get that first sight of that really manga animation. Probably, yeah. She's getting swung around. Yu recognises it from his father's books and gives chase, hoping it might have seen them. He trips over a trailing foot though and notices a strange man sitting in a small alcove. The others now catch up and Yu points out the man who appears to be trapped in branches. And it is an unusual look, like do you know what it's reminding me of? The Gamorph from Neverending Story.
Okay. Yeah.
Sitting in the cave where it's just the shadow around him and you just see his face and his branches across it. They wonder if he's dead until he moves his head. He asks them where he is and they tell him that they think it's Wonderland. He then asks aloud if that scoundrel is here too. So he's got a reason to be here. They ask him who he is, but he tells them that he's forgotten his name. I'll fill in the blank here for people because I don't want to have to write my notes not knowing who he is. This is Kaze, voiced by Nobutoshi Kanana or James Brownlee in English. One of the better voice actors.
Not Vincent.
So we're going to debate this, and I think we'll get into this a bit more, but he does bear an uncanny resemblance to the character of Vincent. But Vincent has appeared in multiple Final Fantasy games, so it's not impossible. Particularly as Kaze is a name that's given to him by one of the characters later, so it's not necessarily his name.
Yeah.
Before any other conversations can happen, though, Yu notices a weird drone monster approaching, and Lisa claims she's getting bad vibes from it. Now, because this show is random, it drops a big crystal as they run for cover. It's a huge-ass crystal. And from that grows what I think is a giant mushroom.
Yeah, that's what I thought too,
that is alive and attacks them. Lisa now reveals that she has some form of magical power and is able to send the monster through the air and away. I feel is justified with a mistrust, given it all like, oh yeah, look, I told you, and so on. But the mushroom monster isn't finished yet, growing even bigger and more monstrous before giving chase. Yu and Lisa are knocked off a cliff, hanging from the side as the monster gets ready to attack. Are they gonna die? It looks like it's all over. That is until the mysterious man arrives and showcases his abilities to create an insane-looking gun. He loads it with special bullets, impressing Lisa. She's all like, all right, man, cool, and shoots the monster, which literally explodes with a phoenix rising from it. So let's talk about this sequence, because they'll do it in the next episode too.
Yep.
Goes on forever. This sequence of him, his gun transforming. It's got a name that I'll mention in the next episode, but it transforming and then him loading the bullets with different magic, and then those magics combined to create a summon. I found to be exhaustingly boring.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, I hope it's not the same.
hope
They're going to cut the animation out of it.
I hope they're going to, because it lasts about 30 bloody seconds.
Yeah, it's like bloody watching the Power Rangers. With
but also we also know exactly, like, is it going to be like each time he does that, kills the monster and that's it? It's like, well, that's really boring.
Yeah.
So we shall see. But for now, we've not seen anything different. Although we do get some classic, recognisable Final Fantasy music as we get the victory music. And the others look unimpressed. And this is where his name is now said. However, from afar, a mysterious figure watches with some glee. What does that mean? And I was like, cool. We got. I felt by the end, I felt really satisfied that we'd got to a point. It was like, here's a story. Here's what we're going to be doing. They're going to be exploring Wonderland, doing adventures, trying to find their parents, part of this bigger sort of creation of this parallel world by the Pillar of Darkness. You've got Lisa, who's got her own reasons to be there and is keeping them quiet. And then you've got Kaze, who's got his own reasons to exist in there and probably eventually going to create a bond with these kid characters and so on.
Yeah.
I'm like, now I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah.
It felt Final Fantasy.
Yep, so you got your party so much.
It felt Final Fantasy.
Yep.
I'm down. I was on board. I'm like, this could be a lot of fun to watch. Particularly as that we're likely to get a continuing story.
Yes.
Not be like split over, like just like here's today's random adventures and so on and so forth. It's going to be wacky. It's going to be weird because that's exactly what this is showcased.
Yeah.
But I think they did the best job they possibly could of telling a quick story and bringing us up to speed with the simplicity of it. I think it's going to get more complex.
Yeah, I mean,
for now I'm down.
For like 20 minutes.
22 minutes.
They covered a lot. Yeah, so
covered a lot of ground. Maybe too much, you'd argue.
Yeah.
Maybe the first episode should have been just them getting to Wonderland. I would have perhaps ended it on the staircase.
Yeah.
And episode 2 could have then focused around this part of things and so on. But that's, in my opinion. Either way, I'm on board. And I'm excited to see what comes next.
Yeah, definitely.
That is episode 1, Wonderland, Journey into Darkness of Final Fantasy Unlimited. You got any thoughts? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website where reviews, news and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.